This3DLife.
What's going on, everybody? And welcome to This3DLife, episode number 53. My name's Nick Cascarella, and sitting right across the table from me, as always, the lovely Shauna O.
Hi.
And sitting right next to her, manning his position,
Oh, hell yeah.
the big boy, the vape god, Stevie B.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Nothing.
Happy Easter.
Oh, yeah, it's Easter today.
Yep, the resurrection of Christ.
We've got our
Candy.
Easter basket up here.
You can't have, literally, you cannot
None
have
of
a
it.
bite of it.
Why can't I have a chocolate candy?
No.
Why?
Because you don't stop. It's one, and then you go, all right, how about another? And
You know what I'm
another.
saying? You give Steve a cookie. You know what I mean? He's going to want a glass of milk.
Do you like milk?
Yeah, I like it with chocolate drink. Like a carnation instant breakfast. 'cause
Wait. You like milk and chocolate drink together?
No, you put the chocolate powder in there and make a chocolate drink.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you have a chocolate.
No.
You're double fisting chocolate drink milk. Chocolate drink milk.
I mean, I would do that too, but it'd
That's
be
gross.
more than I need for dairy for the day.
I feel like you would be full and sick.
I eat enough pizza where I get my dairy intake.
That's where you get it?
Yeah, I eat a lot of cheese.
Not yogurt?
Yogurt's kind of gross. It's mold, isn't it? Isn't that what yogurt is?
Is yogurt mold?
I don't believe so.
I think yogurt's mold. Can we look that up?
All right, hold
Shauna,
on.
look it up.
I was going to offer you 3 M&Ms, but you're not getting
Oh.
Easter chocolate.
Okay, well, as long as there's M&M's involved, I'm fine then.
Is yogurt.
I'm pretty sure yogurt's mold.
It might be. But,
Because you know how I know weird stuff like that? I'm pretty sure yogurt's mold.
okay, Rain Man. Lock it up.
Definitely mold. Definitely mold.
All right, so, Steve.
Wait.
Oh,
Yogurt is made from bacterial fermentation of milk.
Boom,
So it's not mold.
Fermentation. It's mold.
so it's like beer mold? Because isn't that fermentation?
Essentially, don't you like cut off the top of it? Like you skim it?
With a butter knife or with a katana?
There's like a certain name for it.
Katana.
I don't know. It's like a beer knife.
Beer knife.
Yeah,
He's
beer
right,
knife.
there is. I just don't know it.
It's a beer sword. Beer saber.
This has already gotten out of hand. All right, Shauna,
So,
lead the fucking way before this gets way out of hand.
okay. So this week, we saw Furious 7. You saw it twice. I saw it once.
twice.
Oh, rest in peace, Paul Walker. That's
Yeah,
all I can say.
seriously. Heavy movie.
Is there going to be potential spoilers in this section?
Spoilers.
Spoiler.
Is there
alert.
going to be potential spoilers? I mean, yeah, probably, because we're going to probably talk about the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so there might be some Furious 7?
Furious 7.
Furious 7 spoilers.
Some furious spoilers.
There will be some Furious spoilers. We'll probably talk about this for a few minutes, so you can skip ahead. If you don't want to hear it, then do that.
Tough
I
luck.
guess. Yeah, because I'm about to get down on some Furious 7.
Right.
So let's break it down in a few things,
Okay.
and we'll wrap it up with the Paul Walker thing.
All right.
What did you guys think of just the story of this one compared to
I actually liked it.
other ones? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they I think it was starting with, was it Fast 5 was the first one that didn't really involve racing as much. It was more of a heist film.
Correct.
Kind of
That
like
was
the
5.
the Italian
No.
Job.
Yeah,
was 5.
four was very race centric.
Okay.
Like, so 5 was the one where they stopped kind of like, it wasn't really about racing because they kind of wanted to broaden the story for more people,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So they took away from like just gearheads and were like, hey, we're going to make this into kind of an action heist movie.
Right.
And
Which is why 5, 6, and 7
the
are
highest
like
grossing
kind of
ones.
like the trilogy of the Fast movies.
yeah.
Right.
Because they're all like they have to do with like the same plot line.
And like Hobbs is in it,
yeah.
The Rock comes back,
Right.
and it's I agree. I like the story a lot. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. It's what's his name? Jason Statham's character's name.
Dude,
Shaw.
Jason Statham in that movie is insane.
Literally insane.
Yeah, it's the way he like manhandled every like a room full of people with guns and everything with just like a pocket watch, some gum, and like a Swiss Army knife. Like I don't know how he did it.
He
It's
was really
insane.
good in that movie.
He was.
And the character was really eerie because he was
doesn't
like a
say
super
much.
loose cannon, doesn't say much, but is just like
Here to get revenge for my brother.
My
Right.
brother.
You Owen Shaw.
Oh, and he's Deckard Shaw.
I'm Deckard Shaw, and I'm here to get my revenge for my brother.
And like I remember
Governor.
thinking like
Hello, Poppet.
Hello, Bobbit.
he doesn't say that ever.
But I just remember thinking, I was like, Deckard, the only other person in the history of the world that I've known to be known Deckard is Deckard Cain from Diablo.
I know, I kept thinking like, stay a while and listen.
I was waiting for him to say it. No, I thought the plot was good. It wasn't as good. I don't think it was as of a movie. A whole movie was as good as Fast 6.
Fast 5 and
incredible.
Fast 5 and Fast 6, or actually it was technically called Furious 6, but
Was it?
the title card was Fast and Furious 6.
So what was it called?
It was called...
I remember sitting in the theater in that one, and me and you being like, so what is this movie called?
Right. No, because when they ran it, like, for promotional purposes, they called it Fast and Furious 6.
Right.
But by all intents and purposes, the official title that the production crew and everybody was calling it was just Furious 6, which is why they decided to officially name this one Furious 7. Fun fact.
Oh wow, okay.
I learned
Sean,
a lot of fun...
I was going to say.
I read an article that was like 50 best facts about the Fast and Furious franchise.
And
Rules.
all right, that's the number one.
there
It
are some
rules.
cool ones. Though.
And like most of those articles that are like, ugh, 20 things you didn't know about this. It's like, I knew literally all of these things. She was naming some shit, and I was like, wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
BuzzFeed's good for that.
Yeah.
It wasn't BuzzFeed.
Well, I just know a lot from BuzzFeed, like,
Right. BuzzFeed is pretty good for that.
Yeah.
you know, don't eat raw butter.
I wouldn't do that.
You can get worms.
I
don't eat
have
that
those.
What constitutes raw butter?
I don't know. I just said that, and immediately after I said it, I was like, you know what? Butter's usually always raw.
I was gonna say.
I mean, I cook it sometimes.
Does it? Yeah. When I spread it, does that mean it's no longer?
It's no longer
raw?
raw because the friction is of the spread has cooked it.
smooth now. It's smooth butter. Whipped.
Furious.
Yes. Okay. Back to Furious. I have one giant complaint with the movie, and an actual complaint, and like, he's always bad,
Oh god, yeah, I know where this is going.
but Vin Diesel was horrible. Like,
Yeah. Horrible.
yeah,
Yeah,
ugly. You're fat. You're a loser.
Your dog is ugly. You got a terrible job. Your house is a mess.
Your husband's a loser. But he.
Well, you know, I think that the main issue with that movie is that he has now gone full Stallone.
He has.
Full Stallone. Like, he's just like, it's my family. I don't got friends. I got family. Have a brisk, baby. Like, that's
Yeah.
pretty much, you assume that he's going to start talking about Ice-T. Like,
Yeah, it's really bad. He doesn't have like the Italian. Like, if he had like a thick Italian accent on top of it, he would sound exactly like Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Right.
But like, he's like not opening his mouth when he speaks anymore. He's just like, like, it's so bad.
It's pretty terrible.
And the faces he makes at things. Who is directing this guy? Who?
The same guy who directed the rest of the movie. His name's James Wan.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's like, it's, I don't know.
But
I don't know if he's had like a lot of like Botox injections or something. Because like, you're right. Like, his face, like, he kind of looks like you injected a Shar-Pei with Botox. So like, it still has like rolls and everything in its
But
face.
they're
he's-
stiff.
They're stiff. He's just like,
he like hardly opens his fucking mouth.
it's weird. It's bizarre.
Oh, he's so bad, and he's so bad. His delivery is horrible.
His lines weren't great either, though.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like all of the good lines were written for other characters.
It was awful.
I think the person who literally shined the most in this movie was Tyrese as Roman.
Oh yeah,
His
Ludacris
lines,
did really
like,
great in this one
Ludacris
too. As
was
Tej.
good too, but I think Roman was the best character in the movie.
Like, Roman's like the dialogue they gave Tyrese in this movie was like awesome. He's always been that kind of like joking around, but I feel like he was just like top notch in this.
Yeah, he was
He
good.
was really good.
He was very good. And another thing, basically naked women walking around Abu Dhabi. Is this a thing?
Pretty sure that's against Islamic law.
Abu Dhabi's really strict with.
I was gonna say I usually turn to Shauna for stuff like this. She usually is pretty.
Abu Dhabi is strict. That's the point. There are like areas in the Islamic Emirates that are not as strict, where you could see like tourist women walking around like that, and because a lot of these places are beautiful. Abu Dhabi's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, well, I was watching the movie. It looked beautiful.
Yeah, but
Fast
tourists.
car, fast women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in Abu Dhabi, like they're strict with tourists and everything.
So would you have to wear like a burqa if you were over there?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe journalists and everybody has to as well.
but not when you're shooting the Fast and the Furious movies.
Apparently
Clearly not shot.
You could pull up to a hotel and just have women in scantily clad bikinis walking around.
Basically naked, shaking
Yeah.
their butts.
Yeah.
Intentionally shaking their butts when they walk.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, like twisting their legs when they walk so that their butt cheeks are like... blah, 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 blah. Like,
I mean, I didn't hate it.
yeah.
Let's throw that out there right now. I'm a red-blooded American. I like me some booty.
All right, Steve. Now that that's on the table.
Grip my leg the entire time.
oh.
Because I was on this edge of my seat because it was so suspenseful. I don't know what you guys are getting at. It's a Fast and Furious movie. Come on.
All right, and I guess we'll round this out with the Paul Walker thing at the end.
The memorial. It was really, really, really well done.
Yeah, I thought the way it was shot
Super
was incredible.
tasteful.
Yeah. So like the way that they played it off is the Paul Walker character Brian doesn't die, but
Just- They part ways
they basically are like he's just like not gonna run with us anymore
because he has a family.
because he has a family and he can't do this anymore. And like they started as that, and then it kind of like transitions. And I think the part where they do the transition is where they have like the Roman character, Tyrese's character, like being a fucking dickhead Joker or whatever, and Ludacris like nudges him, and it was like, no, like don't be like that right now. Like,
And
look,
he's like, yo, look at him.
yeah,
Look
like
at him
go
right
look
now.
at that, and then all of a sudden they're no longer the characters, and they're the actors like saying goodbye to.
Right.
It was incredible, and it just kind of pans to each one of their faces, and they have like something to say about,
Yeah.
you know, like Brian O'Connor / you know,
Right, it's like 100%
Paul
about Paul
Walker.
Walker.
Right.
Like, and then they do like the whole sequence where like Vin Diesel like is like,
Giving the monologue in the car, which is well delivered.
right, that's like his
Yeah.
best delivery in the whole thing.
And honestly, you and I discussed this. I believe he wrote that.
I wouldn't be surprised because a lot of the stuff that he was saying in that was like shit that he was tweeting out the day that the news came out that Paul Walker had passed.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Was like a lot of that stuff like was very reminiscent of like some tweets that he was like
Right.
tweeting out.
I thought it was cool how they had scenes from the entire franchise
Right.
playing out throughout
Yeah.
it, showing
Yeah.
Paul Walker.
That's
through
when I
years.
got the most emotional.
Yeah,
I think.
I started like kind of tearing up during
He
that
was
part,
so
too.
fucking young when they started.
Yeah.
Like
2001, right?
Yep.
I think so, 2000, 2001, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. But it was awesome. It was like very good. And then they had like the Vin Diesel character, Dom, was like in the car like and was gonna leave without saying goodbye. And then they had like
Paul
Paul
Walker.
Walker's character come up and like they
But
like,
this is, at this point, it's his brother with the CGI'd.
like face over.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. After you had mentioned that part about the eyes,
It's hard to
it
miss.
like freaked
right?
me out because Sean had told me prior that like they had to CGI his face onto his brother, but like you can't CGI eyes because they just look empty.
Yeah.
And, like when you see Paul Walker like turn and face
The eyes are so empty. It's like
it's weird.
eerie.
it was
It's
like
very eerie.
rattling to me because I had heard it on NPR earlier
And you,
that
like,
day.
knew what you were looking
and
for.
I didn't notice it the entire movie, and then that scene where he turns and looks at Dom, I was like, oh my god, and
like-
I like gagged almost.
It's almost like the eyes aren't in the head and they're like moving like almost by them,
Right.
Not by themselves.
It's
but,
just
like,
empty. There's
they're
like
not
nothing
connect-
there.
They're not connected to the rest of the face.
Yeah.
You're looking at it, you're like, whoa, this is weird.
It was
Yeah.
it's
Very
surreal.
weird.
But if you weren't looking for it, I don't think you would notice it.
no, because you didn't notice it.
Right.
Your first, did you notice it the second
Yes.
time? Yeah.
It's just like eerie and weird, but like they have them do this thing where they like, because like at the end of like every movie, those two end up like racing each other to like settle
Yeah.
their fucking.
Yeah, but they weren't racing.
They
this time.
weren't. They were just like driving
cruising.
alongside, and then like there's like an off ramp, and fucking Paul Walker's character takes the off ramp, and then they cut it, and it says like for Paul instead of like R.I.P. Paul Walker or whatever. And I just thought the whole thing was like really tasteful and nice.
Yeah,
was
yeah, it
really
was
well
very
done.
nice. I appreciated it and cried a lot.
It was good.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I do agree. I think Fast 5 and 6 were both better films. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that they were trying to crunch this movie into like a 3-week shooting period.
Yeah, well, it shot really quickly.
Yeah, well then they had to go back obviously.
Right,
Yeah,
and
because
do
they said it was only
Which is why-
85% done.
The Rock wasn't supposed to be in the ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when he's doing that thing where he's got the
Yeah.
The minigun.
yeah, he wasn't.
Can
That
you just talk about how he saw that shit going down on the news and then just flexed out of his cast?
Yeah.
Like,
like he
Daddy's
didn't-
got to go to work.
Exactly, like he didn't use a saw. Like if he could flex out of that cast, what stopped him? What if he just accidentally flexed? Like,
Yeah, like he
when
twitched?
stopped, he twitched, and just
Like in his
busted the
sleep,
cast off.
like twitched?
like, or what if he like had an itch or something? He was just like, oh man, when it pop, and then just like blew the whole thing up. He sat there, he was just like, boom. He's like so yoked that it just popped off. Like I was like, what?
That's so funny.
We have a gaggle of shitty dogs
Jesus
downstairs.
Christ, there's so many dogs here and they're all barking, so I apologize for that. All right, so what
Easter.
else? What else? Have we got?
Okay, well, you and I, Steven can't partake in this all that much, but you and I started watching the first 3 episodes of that iZombie show,
Right.
which is based off of a comic book. Mm-hmm. It's a CW show.
Is it on CW?
Yep. About a girl who is like inadvertently turned into somewhat of a zombie, but she's like still.
Ooh, I saw the previews for that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen the previews.
yeah.
She's a
She's
babe.
so
Yeah.
fucking hot.
She's like a medical examiner, right?
Right.
Or
She
works at
was
the
a
morgue.
doctor.
That's what it
and
was?
then she got a job at the morgue.
Okay.
In order to easily obtain brains.
Oh, okay, so she's like, and she's
So
like,
zombie thing in this is like a little different. It's like she.
is it like
if
a
you
sick- is it like
eat-
a sickness.
No, what it was it was a minor outbreak contained on a boat party.
Okay.
I guess spoilers for iZombie. But when the boat party dispersed, the virus didn't spread.
Okay.
So, but what happened was people who weren't killed from like injuries came back, and they can like function like you or I, so long as they consistently consume brains.
Okay.
But they're still technically dead.
Yeah,
So like she's still like a zombie, but isn't like
but she's like coherent,
yeah.
Is it like that movie Warm Bodies?
sort of,
I don't.
but
I
it's a
didn't
little
see
bit
that.
more coherent.
Okay.
She can talk, she can work.
Okay.
People just think that she went through like this weird transitional
Yeah,
goth
they think
phase.
she's like a weird goth. Like
Is she like really pale?
yeah,
really pale, blonde hair, and she was a brunette, and like her eyes are dark and like kind of sunken in.
yeah. When you turn into a zombie, you're like the color falls out of your hair, so you're like white hair and like
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but so when she eats brains, she also takes on personality traits.
Of the people whose brain she
Yeah.
consumes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so she
it's
uses
like also
it
kind of like a crime drama.
because she uses it to solve murders.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a cool show. The characters are somewhat relatable. Clay from One Tree Hill is in it.
That's sick.
Yeah, he plays her ex-fiance. Allie, whatever her last name is, you know the bitchy best friend in Easy A?
Yes.
She's in it, and she looks like a woman, and she's hot and doesn't look like
doesn't
a...
look like a trashy teenager.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
That's
I was
sick.
like, Nick and I were like,
Yeah.
drooling.
That's cool.
But the
show's
show's
cool.
actually
It's
good.
different.
Like,
She's one of the half of Allie and AJ, right?
yes,
Okay.
that's what it is.
She's a musical group.
It's a
They're
musical
sisters.
group, and they had like a Disney movie.
Like Disney shows and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Yeah. Yes,
I'm
she
unfamiliar.
is. Good for you, Steve. Good pull.
Pulling that one out.
But the show's pretty good. I actually really enjoy it.
I think
like
it's cool. I'm
it's
enjoying
kind
it.
of mindless. Like
Right. You don't have to like really.
You watch it on Hulu or something?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
I won't see it for another like 2 years until it goes on Netflix.
Right, but it is a CW show, so it will go to Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Right when season 2 comes out, probably.
Right. Yeah. so like
Excellent.
next year.
Yeah, because that's how CW works. But anyway, I like it.
Yeah. It's good. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Nothing to talk about Linda Ellerby tonight, since I haven't watched that show yet today. Okay, WrestleMania 31.
Fucking Linda Ellerby. Let me
That
tell
bitch.
you.
Nick News.
So WrestleMania 31. Last week on 52, we gave our predictions.
I don't remember what I said, but I'm pretty sure I was right all the way.
I think we were all pretty much right, except for Sting, whereas Steven was right, because Steven was the only one who said Triple H would win.
Yeah, I did.
Why would you say that? First of all,
Well, because I felt like I don't know. I just didn't think that.
no. Why would you say that about Sting? He's
Well,
such
Sting-
a nice old man.
But Sting lost. He's got a fat ass. Like, that's all I could stare at. His ass is so fat.
And he's wearing that like unitard that had like the skeleton hands like wrapping.
no,
around his
They were
they're
neck.
scorpions.
Are they
dude.
scorpions?
But it did
Yeah.
look like skeleton
Look like
hands
skeleton
grabbing his
hands.
ass.
Like, grabbing his ass. I was like, that's
His-
That's his
questionable.
go-
His
to.
fat ass.
That's his go-to uniform.
That match, oh my God.
match was awesome.
Oh
It was a
my
great match.
God.
It was wrestled really well.
Where DX and NWO came out, and then Sexy
Hall.
Boy.
Hall's so old.
Like he like couldn't even do it. Like it was like painful to watch him
He's a-
like perform.
He like went to do.
Like, we tried to give him the bat. Oh, he was giving Sting the bat, and he was just like he I don't know,
fumbled it.
He like couldn't like grab it correctly. It was like, oh.
He like
The
went
weight
to
was too
he went to
much.
give fucking Billy Gunn the Razor's Edge, and like
fell.
thankfully someone fucking interrupted it, because he would have
He would've killed
killed
Billy Gunn.
himself and Billy Gunn in the process.
But I feel like Scott Hall doesn't care.
No,
Like he.
no, dude, he's on like the path to redemption. He's like a recovering addict. Like he's
What's one more death by the Razor's Edge? I don't think he really.
water under the bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
But the only other thing that's really, really worth talking about is fucking Triple H's entrance. Because let me tell you,
Terminator
it
entrance.
really, honestly,
Or his bruise.
no.
That bruise, I think, is more newsworthy
Than
It
the
took him his
entrance.
entire
The entrance
practice
was
by.
really too much.
It was.
Like,
it was
was
bad.
too much.
Yeah, it was outrageous.
Well, no, there were some great highlights to WrestleMania 31. It was a pretty good fucking
It was a good
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Ronda Rousey coming out with The Rock. That's fucking tight.
I didn't see that part.
Oh, yeah, and she put Steph in a couple arm bars.
That's sick.
And now they're wrestling
I think they're wrestling at Extreme.
Dana White lent her to the WWE.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just because he can only do so much for Ronda Rousey. You know what I mean? Like,
Nick was
she
telling
is
me that-
bigger than everybody.
Well, Nick was telling me that she's just exclusively fighting guys now.
She beat all the women.
That's insane. So she's just fighting.
She's
dudes
11
now.
and 0, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but she's just straight up. Just
I think
fighting
She
dudes.
fought guys to get into the UFC, I believe.
Right, and then crushed the women's division, and I'm pretty sure that she's going to be just fighting guys now.
I'm sure if like a female UFC star comes in,
Yeah.
she'll
But I'm
fight
pre-
her.
I'm
but
like pretty sure that's the case.
she is so fucking big.
Yeah.
She's huge.
She was atrocious in Furious 7.
Yeah, she really was bad.
Yeah, it
Her
was like-
stunts were great. She was really good with that.
Yeah, she was. Like the execution of the stunts was really cool.
But her line delivery,
Oh,
I'm glad you showed up. These parties make me want to die. That was better than she did.
These parties make me want to die.
That was it. You nailed it. She sat there with her arms like
Yeah.
bulging.
Yeah, just huge.
She's
so
impressive. She looked.
She's impressive.
She is. She looked like shit in Furious 7, but at WrestleMania 31, she looked like a fox.
Yeah, she
wearing
was-
her Dragon Ball Z shirt.
All cut up.
Oh, she looked.
She's all cut up.
She looked like a fucking fox. But she had some weird makeup on in Furious 7 that was no good. It's Ronda Rousey. She's gonna come kill you.
She really would. She'd punch your own freaking head off.
Dude, I'll put her in a sex bar.
Oh my god.
She would. She probably kegels hard enough to crush your penis.
She would just break my dick off. Just literally sever at the base. Woo! To the hilt.
I won't do it.
Thank you, base guy. But seriously.
WrestleMania was good. Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins ended up being the champion.
Yeah,
was a
I heard about
great
that.
match.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. That was a fun match to watch. Nothing else like intensely interesting happened. The Taker Bray Wyatt match was good. Taker
really
looked great.
Yeah. Like, looked really good.
He
Like
looked
healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked way better than he did last year. His hair's growing back.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. He didn't even do like a super insane entrance.
Did he get
No,
it?
it was like...
He walked out.
Just walked out.
That's
cold.
sick.
Yeah.
Did
I
he
mean,
get
there
it
was
on a
still like
Tombstone
light
pile
out.
driver?
He
Yeah,
did too.
Like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
That's sick. Okay.
Yeah.
And did like the last ride, and like he did like a bunch of shit, and
That's fucking
was like looking real good.
Yeah, he looked great.
He
was
pretty much only does WrestleMania, right?
Well, that's all he did this year.
Yeah.
Literally the last time.
He usually does,
Mania
like,
to
2.
Mania.
right?
Yeah.
It's like Mania
It's
and
like
something
usually
else.
Hell in a Cell. He'll.
Yeah, because he used to
Yeah.
wrestle a lot more when he was younger. But then,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
50 years old.
He's a little
Since he
aged.
was like 18 too. He's been in the business forever.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing good. Okay, what else do we do? Okay, so I played finally Telltale Game of Thrones episode 3 today in its entirety.
Yep.
It was fun.
What is that?
Telltale games like Telltale Walking Dead, which you played.
You played the first episode of season 1, right?
On my phone.
On your phone because it was free, right?
Yes.
You only played the first episode. You didn't play the whole series.
No, I played the whole series on my phone.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You played
Yeah, I
season
played-
1
yeah, I
on your
played
phone?
Season 1 on my phone.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's same company, so it's like kind of set up the same way,
like episodic, but they did one for Game of Thrones. They have a couple different ones.
one for Borderlands.
Oh, really?
They're coming out with one for Minecraft.
Yep.
Won't play that, but that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then another like a standalone Wolf Among Us. It's called.
Yeah. Well,
That's
that's from the comic Fables.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But
they're basically taking all these licenses and like making stories that are like, I guess, canon in these universes. Like all the companies are like, yeah, this is canon in the universe.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
But letting them like tell stories that are like offshoot stories that don't affect like the main.
The main
Yeah.
moneymaker.
yeah. Would you played Tales?
I finally played episode 2 of Tales from the Borderlands, which is the Telltale Borderlands one. That game is so fucking good. They hit the way that they decided to go about this game. So the way that it's set up is, it's 2 stories. It's the same story told by 2 people.
Okay.
And you see each side of the story. So it keeps cutting back and forth to these 2 people. So it's like this guy and this girl and like their side of the story. And like it revolves around the 2 of them arguing over whose side of the story is right.
Oh, neat. Okay.
It's like told very well. It's very
Yeah.
cool and different. And it like really keeps the spirit of Borderlands like
That's neat.
very true and all this stuff.
Troy Baker
awesome.
and Chris Hardwick are in it.
Really?
Yeah, Troy Baker voices the main
Guy.
and Chris Hardwick voices his like best friend. That's
Oh, cool.
yeah. It's very good.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I'm excited
That's
for
really
my problem with Telltale is that so companies are going for this like episodic, they're like embracing this episodic thing, except other companies like Capcom. I think Capcom had put it out, but it's Resident Evil Revelations 2. They did it episodically, but they finished the entire game and they released the episodes every week until it's finished.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like it was like 6 weeks or something.
Yeah.
But every Tuesday you knew that the next episode was coming out. Telltale, it's like it releases and then like maybe 2 or 3 months later it'll come out, but they don't like tell you when, and it's like very staggered and
Yeah.
like so like I'll buy the season pass. Like we have the season pass for Game of Thrones and Tales from the Borderlands and stuff, but like I don't know when the next one's coming out for Tales. Like
no way,
the episode
okay.
came out like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like and
It could be another 3 weeks.
it could be.
It's gonna
it could
be more.
like 2
It'll be like
months.
6.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
it could be like, but they won't. They'll like announce like a week before it comes out. Like, oh, it's coming out next week. Like, but who knows when that's gonna be?
That's wild.
And it's. I wish that they would like finish the games all together and then just release every week or every other week, like
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah. Life is Strange. Even I believe they do episodes. Well, they just had to delay the second one because they're having production issues, but they wanted to plan on releasing the same day every month,
Right.
which
And
is
at least
even a better model than Telltale.
Right.
But they did have to delay. They're having issues with things that they actually shouldn't be having issues with, like syncing up audio.
Yeah.
But whatever. Okay, we'll move on to Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Okay.
Okay, good. Another overwhelmingly good week. Okay, so it was April Fool's this week,
Yeah, which
which
like,
means being on the internet is impossible.
Yeah.
Like, I texted Nick and I said, oh my god, Halo 5 is coming to PS4.
and I said, really? And you said, probably not. Like,
After I, like, said it with, like, such excitement, I was like, it's fucking April Fool's.
like,
It's the stuff that seems too good to be true.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like she like texted me, Halo 5, and I didn't realize it was April Fool's. I was like at work and I was like, oh, whatever. And I was like, really? And she goes, oh, no, wait. No, probably not.
Yeah.
Like,
A couple things got me. Like, there are obviously always jokes that are
like way
obvious.
over the top. Yeah.
Like, Fast to the Future, IGN's prank this
Yeah.
year, where it was a Fast and Furious and Back to the Future crossover trailer. Obviously never
That
going to
one is
happen, but it's
obviously-
like, it was fun.
But last year, theirs was the Apple gaming console.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, people went nuts for that.
right.
Yeah.
And that one was very, much
Yeah.
more believable than,
Did you see what PlayStation did?
No.
The PlayStation Flow?
no, what was it?
It was like swim gear for the. It's like to make
God.
swimming look more realistic because you're actually in the pool.
Oh, God.
It was hilarious.
like, some of them are still
the
like,
video was really funny.
Yeah.
It was like they could be serious, but obviously they're joking because
Yeah.
the idea is too ridiculous. But that was a good one. But what I thought was the best prank, honestly, was the Deadpool prank,
yeah.
where Ryan Reynolds had an interview with Mario Lopez. They were talking about Deadpool while Ryan was on set.
Mario Lopez is like a walking April Fool's Day joke.
Yeah, seriously. And fucking they're talking about the movie and stuff, and Mario Lopez is like, well, I'm really glad to hear that the movie's rated PG-13, that it's, going to be family friendly. And Ryan Reynolds is like, I wouldn't call it family friendly, but yeah, we are trying to, keep true to like comic book fans at the younger age and stuff. And then you see Deadpool walk behind Mario Lopez, and it's like Mario Lopez is in his studio, Ryan Reynolds is on set.
Yeah, so they're doing like a satellite, like.
But you see Deadpool walk behind Mario Lopez, like sort of out of frame, and then he comes back and whacks Mario Lopez over the head with something and knocks him out, and then just holds up a crude drawing of a dead Mario Lopez. It says R.I.P. Mario Lopez. And he was like, PG-13 my ass. And like, so Deadpool will be rated R, which is the first good news of the week.
And that's going to be the first Marvel movie that's rated R?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That one has to be.
It does. And a lot of people were
honestly,
concerned.
the Wolverine Origins movie should have been rated R also, but they didn't do that.
We also just didn't do it well.
Yeah, that movie was fucking awful.
That movie should have been shelved.
Yeah.
That's what it should have been.
But Deadpool had an R rating, and like after seeing the costume and that they're
doing their best.
They're doing the Lord's work over there for
seriously.
that movie.
When's the tentative release date for that?
2016?
Yeah,
I believe.
2016. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's not part, I would believe, not like in the MCU like lineup.
No, that's a Sony.
Yeah. Is it? Are you sure?
Deadpool's a Sony?
Yeah. Because it's X-Men.
Oh, and they own the rights to the X-Men, yeah.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the MCU. It's a Sony standalone, whatever.
Oh, never mind. I was like, wait a second. I read this article, but that was.
But like Ryan Reynolds is like a producer on the movie or something, and he's like the one that's like got the movie made.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He was like.
Which is interesting because I thought we all read an article a little while back that was like, he wouldn't want to do it if it was rated R.
Yeah, but
because it makes it a close.
Or
market.
maybe or did he say he wouldn't want to do it if it wasn't rated R?
Maybe, I don't know. Anyway,
because he wants to make it true to.
Yeah.
We have some casting news.
Cast me.
Killer Croc for Suicide Squad.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Mr. Echo from Lost.
So sick.
Yeah,
that's awesome,
isn't it?
That's gonna be so tight.
I was like, oh, that's really good casting.
That's a really good cast.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And then good casting in a bad movie. TMNT 2.
Okay.
They cast Casey Jones.
That's sick. Who's playing it though?
Stephen Amell.
Who's that?
He plays Arrow.
Ah, okay, yeah.
He's really great.
He is great.
He'll be a good Casey Jones.
The movie's gonna be awful though.
Yeah, the movie's gonna be fucking garbage, just like the first one.
I saw the first
They
one.
just cast a Victoria's Secret angel in that movie. I don't know for why.
As what?
I'll be gripping my leg really hard the entire movie.
I will too, because of Stephen Amell.
Because of how anxious the movie will be making me.
The first one was awful.
It was horrendous.
The only cool thing about it was I saw it at a drive-in.
Okay.
It had a big ass thing of popcorn, which was tight.
So, what you're telling me is you could have walked into a movie theater, bought a popcorn, and left, and been just as happy.
Yes, absolutely.
We should do that tonight.
One, please.
I love movie theater popcorn.
Actually, don't. It makes me sick.
Did we get diarrhea last time we had a big one? Remember that? Like you
Actually, yeah, I remember. I distinctly remember this.
You didn't go to work the next day because you're like, dude, I could not stop peeing out of my butt. Like,
yeah, for like
and puking.
Yeah, for like,
and I just had diarrhea all morning.
I remember that.
I don't know.
I didn't have any.
Yeah,
so
that's why
okay.
I don't know if it was the popcorn.
I'm gonna throw it out there and say it was.
Yeah, I don't think we had anything else that would have.
I'm just kind of trying to convince myself that it will be a good idea to go get popcorn tonight.
Furious 7.
It's like my butt sneezed.
Ew.
Oh my God.
That was awful.
My
Furious
ass
7 had
nervous.
a record-breaking opening weekend. Estimated domestic debut was 143.6 million.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Was that more than 50 Shades of Grey? How much did that make?
a lot, but
There's a lot of middle-aged women that needed to see it.
I don't know. But a Blue Home was the second for the weekend, which was only at 27.
I had never even heard of that movie
What was
until we
Home?
were in the movie.
It's an animated, I believe, DreamWorks movie.
Okay.
About an
DreamWorks,
alien.
which like
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Rihanna plays the girl in the movie.
Yes,
right?
you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
if we go on like track record alone, because it's DreamWorks, it's already 50% worse than it would be if it was Pixar.
That's true, yeah.
It didn't look like a great movie, but
It
whatever.
has Rihanna in the title role.
Woof. What was the last movie she was in? Battleship.
That was good. Just kidding. It was awful.
My God.
Can't make movies about board games.
You scared me.
Except Clue was cool, just because it had Tim Curry in it.
I actually liked the Clue movie.
Did it have Tim Curry in it?
Tim Curry
Yeah.
played the guy who had the Clue house. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
The Clue house.
he is correct on this
Because
one. I
what
won't
is
argue
the
him.
story of Clue? Why are all of these eccentric people in a...
I thought it's a party,
Mansion.
isn't
It's
it?
a party, yeah.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
And who was the murderer
We
in
should
the
go
movie?
by Clue.
It's a throwback to murder mysteries of like the 40s.
Right, no.
On radio.
But-
Do you know what you're talking about right now? I mean,
No, I'm saying-
before you open your mouth there, big guy.
In the film, who was the murderer? Spoilers.
I don't remember because the last time I saw it, I was like 7.
I don't remember either.
It's on Netflix. It's in my instant queue. I just haven't watched
We
it
need
yet.
to stop what we're doing
Flip on Clue.
and find out who the murderer is.
Question.
Can I tell you?
Who the fuck is this?
That's DJ's boyfriend. Steve.
He's important enough to get in this fucking pick.
Yeah, it's DJ's
Who's
boyfriend,
DJ?
Steve. DJ Tanner. His boyfriend's name is Steve. Dim-witted but lovable. I kind of relate.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Netflix is making a Full House new season.
That's going to be awesome.
It's called Fuller House.
So it's gonna be awesome. You literally just got fucking like
13
put on
episode season.
blast immediately by going, yeah, it's gonna be awesome, and Shauna goes, it's called Fuller House.
Yeah, whatever happened to Sensibility. Milkman, the Paperboy, evening TV.
This picture has the caption that says "Too many Tanners." Was that a made-for-TV movie or something?
I don't know. Kimmy Gibbler's in it though, and she fucking grosses me out.
Kimmy Gibbler.
Like if Kimmy Gibbler was on the screen and I was eating, I would throw up. Like that's how like.
When we went out for a really bad dinner experience on Friday night, we had an in-depth conversation with a bunch of strangers about Full House, and it was the only good part of my evening because we were dissecting the layout of the home and how
yes.
impossible it was.
No sense.
But then we
How
were
it
also
would
just
have to
talking
be-
about
it would have
weird
to be
shit.
a castle
Yeah.
in order for the two staircases to meet somewhere on the house. It had to be literally like a medieval German
And to have a
castle.
garage
Yeah,
and a
garage.
basement.
yeah, how did those fucking stairs meet up?
In the netherworld, I don't know.
They
Like,
don't.
They can't.
Like, is the hallway diagonal
would have to
across
be.
the house?
It would have to be
The stairs have to go like to an outside hallway that wraps around the house. Like,
to a widow's walk. On
yeah,
top,
yeah.
And you take a weird elevator shaft down into the bathroom.
To the second stairs. It makes no sense.
It's basically the Temple of Doom.
Where did they stick Uncle Joey when they basically booted him out of his
Put it in
room?
the basement.
But wasn't the recording studio in the basement?
You are correct. It was.
Did he move out at one point?
No. Who was gonna have him?
He did move out.
He did move out.
He moved out when he got a job, but then he moved back
What was his job?
on the TV show.
Yeah, remember he that stupid
The beaver.
ventriloquist.
beaver thing.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me, I'm a beaver.
No, it was like
Yeah.
Like,
he like stuck his teeth out. It was like,
that you got a gig doing that. Dave
honestly,
Coulier.
honestly, even if he was my children's uncle,
Spoiler: that show wasn't very good.
I know. If you go back and watch it, it actually
Pretty terrible.
isn't very good.
Yeah, I didn't
But-
learn much.
But
I hope when it comes back, Bob Saget is real Bob Saget
Yeah, that'd be cool.
and not a nice, friendly dad.
I'm just letting you guys know that, like, even if Joey was the uncle to my children, I wouldn't let him near them.
Yeah, he had a weird streak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was he a comedian? Was that his thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, he left and did stand-up comedy.
He kind of had a weird Peter Pan vibe to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like I kind of do.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd let you around kids.
I just think that this is going to be a bad idea because, like, the cast, when that show broke up, that cast hated each other because, like, half of them were addicted to drugs.
Yes.
Like,
Me too.
I don't know.
Uncle Jess was addicted to being cool.
That's true.
He got
That is
hotter
true.
with age, so I will take 13 episodes.
Are
to
they
look
all
at.
going to live in the same house still?
God, I hope not, because it's so
I
fucking
mean, the house
unrealistic.
is fuller.
That's true.
Maybe the kids have
Actually, if it would be realistic, because that's how people have to live in San Francisco.
on top of each
It's
other.
like 500 people in one house.
Yeah,
Okay.
to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
Enough of Fuller House. Now,
Can you ever really have enough of Full
yeah,
House?
I've already had enough of it.
It's not even aired yet, and I don't want to see it.
This is a article on IGN by Jose Otero.
I like Jose Otero's writing. He's good.
Yeah. Nintendo announced a new Animal Crossing game is coming to 3DS this fall, and it will be the first game to support card-based amiibo.
Were you hiding this from me?
Yeah. It was
Wunderbar.
honestly though it was posted on April 1st, but it doesn't say happy April 1st, so
Is that like the go-to key?
yeah, at the bottom it'll say happy April 1st.
I mean, sidebar, we could be giving you false information, so.
No, and then after April 1st they went through
Milkman, the paper boy.
they went through and they wrote like prank colon in front of they wrote prank in front of all of their
Right, okay.
articles, so no, this isn't fake.
You want to know what?
Basically it's just a home okay, it's called Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. Focuses on
It's not
decorating.
like a full...
I think it's a full game. Focuses on decorating and designing homes. Animal villagers will request a specific home designed around their tastes. Scanning an Animal Crossing amiibo card will allow you to create a home for the villager on the card. After designing the home, you can scan other cards to invite other animals over to visit and watch them interact with each other or even take a photo.
Shauna, what if my taste is creating furniture out of human flesh?
Seriously, what if you're Ed Gein?
Yeah.
I don't know, babe.
Didn't he have lamps that were like...
Made of
The
human
lampshades
skin.
were human skin?
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's kind of tight.
that's hot.
It's water resistant.
He would like eat cereal out of a skull.
Like, really, truly...
Fun fact, though, he never actually killed anyone. He just dug up
True.
bodies.
Yeah.
But honestly, really, truly,
Didn't he kill his mom?
he might
He
have.
might have killed his mom.
Okay.
Like we were having this discussion
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
day.
It was really
Most
funny.
people that are in that situation have mother
Have,
issues.
have beef with their mom.
Yeah, and have probably killed them.
Or eating honey nut Cheerios out of their skull.
I would do that, I think. If someone was like, this skull is clean, like, it's clean, but it is a human
They
skull.
lay it on
He
me, Daddy.
confessed to killing 2 women, tavern owner Mary Hogan and a Plainfield hardware store owner Bernice Warden.
Okay, he killed 2 people.
And then he dug up other people's bodies.
Yeah, he's just a grave robber. They call him a body snatcher on the wiki page.
That's so sick.
Just makes me think he's an alien.
Yeah, hey, the body snatcher.
Just like walking around like comically with bodies over his shoulders.
Can't catch me, copper.
He like
I got a
sticks his
couple bodies.
leg out really far.
It's like a big sack, and in cartoons, so like the dollars are like flying out.
It's
except
limbs.
it's like, feet. Like,
Or he's holding it like this, and he's like on his tiptoes, being like,
yeah, and there's like toes flying out.
Ew. Toes.
I would eat out of a human skull.
basically what we get down to is I would use someone's liver as a water balloon.
So people that like stomachs, like cow stomachs, as like canteens. That's I guess.
Right?
No, I don't think so.
What are sheepskin condoms for people who are allergic
Those
to
aren't
latex?
cow stomachs.
They're sheepskin. What the fuck are they made out of? I mean, I don't use them anyway, but what are they?
Sheepskin.
Like what?
They're made out of exactly what we said.
Sheep's skin or like an intestine
Skin.
skin? Oh my god, that's so weird. It's like putting a sausage casing on your penner.
Ah!
I have some sausages downstairs. I'll cut them open and desap them for you guys.
Okay, what else?
A new device is currently in development that will turn your iPhone into a Game Boy.
I read about that. That's really neat. I'm
is
actually
neat.
really excited about
For
that.
people like Steven, this is a game changer.
You just literally
This is
you
killing
plug
it.
your phone into it, and there's like the bottom button is the home button, so then it utilizes the top portion of the screen, and it's not like an emulator though. It's actual. It plugs into your.
Yeah, your phone literally
Like
fits into
charger
it. And
port.
it's just like the old school
Yeah.
Game Boy.
It's awesome. It looks great.
tight.
The PS4 Spotify app. It's good.
I haven't used it yet.
You can like listen to music while you play games, and it's like
You can whistle
seamless.
while you work.
You can, but it's seamless. It's just like in the background, but it's coming through your TV speakers.
It's on my PS3. I just haven't gotten around to
Yeah,
it
it's
yet.
really cool. I used it briefly yesterday and then decided I
What
didn't.
would you listen to though, like Beyonce?
No, I don't like Beyonce. I don't appreciate her as an individual.
I appreciate parts of her.
Let's talk bad things.
Okay.
Rihanna and Battleship.
Oh my god.
That's a terrible movie.
The Kojima production logo was pulled from the Silent Hills website. So
This is bad news.
this is terrible news. It appears that the driving force behind PT Silent Hills is no longer working on Silent Hills.
God, I hate that franchise anyway. It scares the shit out of me.
It was about to get a whole lot scarier.
Dude, so
Wait,
unnerved by that.
did you play
He watched
Yeah.
us play
And I
it.
was unnerved the entire
That's a
time.
bummer because we would have done a let's play of.
Okay, you would have just seen me cry the entire time.
It would have been good.
That would have been pretty good. I'm like literally frightened of that.
It's
very scary.
very scary.
So ever since the first one came out, it's always unnerved me. I just feel some sort of way, and it's not a good one.
It's just about.
It's not leg gripping.
Like leg ripping. I want to rip my legs off.
Yeah, they just keep saying that they have no announcements regarding Silent Hills at this time, but they took his logo off of the website and everything.
He was like the lead designer.
Yeah, it's a dude that made Metal Gear.
No, okay, you were talking about it.
Yeah.
Didn't he just retire from doing anything?
I don't know.
No, he's
It's-
just moving on,
yeah,
I believe.
but he's like abandoning all his projects and stuff.
Except for Metal Gear.
Yeah, he's finishing Metal Gear 5.
But like the whole like thing about Silent Hills was it's like Kojima, Guillermo del Toro
Who's the both of them working on it together?
Oh, Guillermo del Toro was doing
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Really?
with
Yeah.
Norman Reedus starring.
Oh, that's really neat. I like him as a director. He's a really
Yeah.
good director. He did Hellboy.
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
we know.
Yeah.
And Hellboy 2.
He also did Pan's Labyrinth, which was like pretty incredible.
And Hellboy 1. And Hellboy 2.
And Pacific Rim.
Job.
Just a bunch of giant robots touching a
Rimming.
balloon
Jobbing.
knot.
They're just jobbing each other.
God. This is
Robotic
gross.
tongue with some balloon knots.
Yeah.
Okay. Wrestler AJ Lee, my number one favorite diva of all time.
She's so hot.
She's so hot and so good at wrestling. She has retired from in-ring
I
competition.
heard about that.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
She was just not happy with the way the company was utilizing her or all divas for that matter. She was very upset.
Yeah, she was very outspoken about the Divas division being just like a fucking joke.
It bothered her, as it does me. But so she was pissed about that. So
How
she
about the way they're
retired.
treating her husband for the last
I'm sure that had
I'm sure that had a big thing to do with it.
Yeah.
That way Punk
Yeah.
has been being treated.
Yeah.
punch. CM Punch.
But honestly, in the scheme of things, he was treated like a god compared to AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
all of the superstars are, whereas the divas are sort of treated like trash, especially considering she never wanted to do Total Divas. So they put her lower than anyone who agreed to do Total Divas. But she's like, I'm not a fucking reality star. I'm a wrestler,
Yeah.
which is a fair assessment. And didn't they not want any of the championship?
Yeah, to be like they, I guess like an original thing was they didn't want whoever the Divas champion wasn't going to be on Total Divas
Oh, really?
to like
Yeah.
kind of
But now,
not break the fourth wall on like, you know, the company to whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like if you have the championship, they want you to be like in the company. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know, it's weird.
That's weird.
Okay, Ugly. This is another IGN article by Luke Carmali from IGN UK. The headline is UK head teachers to report children playing violent video games. Opening paragraph. Head teachers in Cheshire have warned parents they will report them to the police if they allow their children to play games rated for over 18s. So a mature rated game.
Right, or a mature rated game.
That's wild.
That's insane.
But what?
That is a parent's decision whether
Right.
or not their child is mature enough to be able to play these games. Who the fuck
Just
are
like
you?
it's a parent's decision to let them watch rated R films and
Exactly.
stuff. Like,
I don't
Which
really
you
know.
watch in schools anyway.
'Cause I don't really know logistically how it's going to work. Is it like, because I mean, the teacher's not like the teacher's at home watching the kid play. Is it like if the kid's mentioning a game like in class, and
Yeah.
the teacher is going to call the police and then report that? Like, how
yeah,
does that even
and be
work?
like,
Quote.
this kid said he played it, and then the parent can go, no, he didn't.
like I never bought that for him.
Quote, several children have reported playing or watching
Right.
adults play games which are inappropriate for their age, and they have described the levels of violence and sexual content they have witnessed. Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, Dogs of War.
I've never heard of that before.
Dogs of War might be Sleeping Dogs in.
Oh, in the UK, maybe.
Yeah.
And other similar games are all inappropriate for children and they should not have access to them. If your child is allowed to have inappropriate access to any game or associated product that is designated 18 plus, we are advised to contact the police and children's social care as it is neglectful.
Oh my god.
So, like, if a kid is using the internet, should they be reported? Because if being on the internet, you're subjected to like way worse shit than that, way easier.
Yeah.
You know what I
They
mean?
have
Like,
to access it though. What they're saying is if you're
Right.
if you're playing the game, then you're subjected to it. But if you're on the internet, you have to choose. To
right? But so, like, are they? But are they
I mean,
saying?
regardless, dude, it's fascist.
Right.
Is what we're getting at. It's like
Yeah.
like thanks Hitler. Like let me
Seriously.
No, seriously, it's like very fascist. Like a government impeding into the social lives of its people, like that's fascism. It's getting outrageous. Like Big Brother is watching you. Like who is the government to say that a child can't play that? Like Shauna said, if the parents say it's okay,
exactly, because
who's to say?
Especially because the Pan-European Game Information, which is like our ESRB, stated that it is illegal for retailers to sell 12, 16, and 18 rated games. So like E for everyone or T for teen, mature, to people below these ages. However, it's not illegal for younger people to play them.
It shouldn't be an issue. I mean, I can see if you don't want to sell it to them.
Right.
Like,
Right.
So what is the
But I mean, we have those laws here. So.
Exactly.
right? And Luke Carmali even wrote, which does make you wonder what weight the threat of reporting parents to police actually has. Like, what the fuck? The police in the UK don't have anything better to do other than roll up and confiscate Grand Theft Auto from a 12-year-old.
They have a lot bigger problems over there, like the fact that
They have a lot of issues with ISIS.
yeah, there's a huge weird like nationalist movement
Yeah.
in England right now saying they want to kick people who are of different ethnicities who are not English out of England. Like,
Nope.
let's shine some light on that before we start telling kids they can't play video games.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Yeah, it's a little wild.
It's obscene. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it.
Hello, Governor.
Seriously.
Where's your copy of some bloody video game? Puppet.
I was like, where the fuck is this going?
Okay. No, I do have one more article that is neither good nor bad nor ugly, but is something that should be talked about, I suppose.
Okay.
And that's that the replacement for Jon Stewart on The Daily Show has been found.
Yeah.
Trevor Noah. He's a South African comedian. He hosts I'm sure Steven knows this. It was on NPR a couple of times. But Nick, he hosts his own like Tonight Show in South Africa. He made a couple debuts on like with Jay Leno and David Letterman and such, and he's a handsome man. I don't know, but people are pissed about it.
He ain't American.
People are probably annoyed because of that, but people are mad that he tweeted, quote, racy jokes back in like 2009.
Yeah, and that's the big thing now is that out of the woodwork, people are going back and looking at stuff that he like tweeted.
How many
and it's
tweets
like-
did this dude post between now and 2009?
And the whole point,
If he was American, he wouldn't have done
the
that.
whole point of comedy is to push the envelope.
Right.
That's what
Right.
comedy is. In order to be on like, you're supposed to be on the fringe of everything when you're doing comedy. 'Cause,
Right.
Like, what's a stale old joke? Like, if we can't laugh at ourselves, all comedy is just satire. Like,
Yeah.
you can't make fun of stuff.
I mean, you can cross a line. There is a line that can be crossed and has been crossed previously.
You never cross the line.
Like, Dane Cook frequently crosses the line as far as like terrorist bombings
Okay,
and
but
stuff
let's
like
also
Dane
go
Cook's
back and
also
talk about.
Dane Cook's also the worst person in the world.
that. Number one worst.
He is not funny.
He's not
No.
funny at all. Anyone, and I'm convinced anyone can be Dane Cook.
Well, and that's the thing is like it's not like these people are just saying these things because they've run out of things to say. Whereas Dane Cook is
Yeah.
like, I don't have anything else to say. Let's make fun of the Boston bombing or the Aurora movie shooting,
Yeah.
like which both things happened. So, which is crossing a line,
Obscure reference followed by a loud noise, followed by him jumping around,
and then laughing at his own joke.
and then laughing, giggling at his own joke. That is literally
Yeah, well, anyone
his
can be
stand-up comedy.
Anyone can be Dane Cook.
yeah,
You're just loud. You just be really loud.
Yeah.
yeah. People were mad that he made a joke. This guy, Trevor Noah, made a joke. It's not even really a joke. But he said, I never thought I'd be more afraid of police in America than in South Africa. People are upset about that. But then all of these same people are probably posting videos of like police brutality on the
Also,
internet.
I mean, can we cut this guy some slack? He grew up in apartheid South Africa.
Right.
Can we give him a break? The fact that like he wasn't like recognized as a citizen of South Africa until like '94.
Right.
Like, can we talk about that real
Steve,
quick?
honestly, that's not really a big deal compared to the struggles that I have to deal with every day. Like when I go to Dunkin' Donuts and they don't give me cream cheese when I ask for it. That's some bullshit.
Okay, Nick.
I wanted a plain cruller, not a glazed one.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, my life is hard.
you don't mind me, I'm going to go back to my
Hashtag
fuel-efficient Honda Civic
not
that I paid
blessed.
for myself.
Yeah. With my job that I have.
That I got that I'm underqualified for, but I got it because of the color of my skin.
Anyway.
Wow.
He's also made tweets with jokes that poke fun at Jews and women. I'm not offended.
Well, you know what also, too? That's a large part of the population, the women part.
Yeah.
So I feel like you really can't skirt around that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I feel like so many other comics have made those jokes in the past. And he's never made a joke that's like, fuck Jews. It's always like, oh yeah, Jews are real cheap. Am I right? Like, which is poking fun at the
Am I right?
old, like...
Am I right?
Like, he's just poking fun at an old stereotype that
Yeah.
we've made and being like, do you guys really still think this? Like, no.
It's like political satire and everything. It's fine.
Yeah, like,
Am I right?
they wouldn't have him take over The Daily Show if they thought he was biased in any way.
Yeah.
Or racist or sexist or anything, because it just doesn't fit the bar. But I think it's bad or ugly that people are reacting the way they are. But I'm very happy for him, so I think it's cool that we have our new...
Because America as a whole is so wild. We're so wild.
So ass backwards. It makes zero sense to me. Okay, am I around the web for the week? Let me pull it up.
Tell me about it.
Okay, I read this article on BuzzFeed, and I think it's really cool. I'm calling it the Brother Orange story, which I guess is more or less just what the story is.
Okay.
So you're not calling it, everyone's calling it that.
No, I mean, the name of the article is I followed my stolen iPhone across the world,
yeah, I watched
became
that.
a celebrity in China, and found a friend for life. So basically, this dude went to a bar one night, and his phone was taken off the table.
Classic bar move.
Seriously. He even says, like, that's so smart. What does he say? Where is it? Honestly, it's genius. I applaud the person who took my phone. I bet he stole 20 phones that night. It's a perfect place to steal phones. Bravo, genius. But anyway, so he gets a new phone, whatever. A year later, he's sitting at home showing his friends some pictures
Photos.
in iPhoto.
Maybe a scandalous photo someone sent him.
Maybe.
Some nudes.
And he notices a bunch of strange pictures of a man, an Asian man, standing in front of an orange tree.
I have those in my phone all the time.
Yeah. And he's just like, what the hell? So for a month or so, he notices that there's pictures of this man in
I was
front
supposed
of...
to make a really terrible joke, but I won't.
Don't.
Good.
In front of an orange tree, a bunch of pictures of fireworks, clearly in an Asian country. Weird pictures through, like, dirty car windows. And he's like, what the fuck? And then one of his friends is like, okay, when your phone was stolen, it was probably shipped overseas and someone in China bought it.
Yeah.
And he's like, it happens all the time. The dude's just logged into your iCloud still. So anyway, this dude writes a BuzzFeed article about it, being like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, who stole my phone?
who stole my phone and why is... Because clearly it's not this man. This
Right,
man
this
didn't
guy
come
just,
to
like,
the
bought
United
it.
States, like, saunter into a bar in Manhattan and take off, like,
Yeah.
20 phones, and he just keeps them all, you know?
Yeah, so he bought
He bought a
phone.
stolen phone.
And it,
Unknowingly
and now
stolen.
to I believe it goes viral, right? The whole
The
BuzzFeed
story
article.
goes, yeah, his story goes viral. He becomes a celebrity in Chinese. He was the #1 trending topic on the Twitter.
Weibo, right?
Weibo, yeah, it's basically, it's Chinese Twitter.
Just use Twitter.
And people...
It's banned, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's banned in because it's a communist nation. So you can't use certain internet things. But there's so many people that they have to have social networking because
No,
there's
they
so
have Twitter because they were tweeting at him, telling him he was famous in China.
maybe they have a proxy they can go through. But I know like sometimes communist countries don't allow their people to.
It's like hardly communist anymore. It's much more free. But anyway, so they find... He's like, people are like, we're going to find this guy for you. Like, people in China
We're
are
gonna
like,
find
we're going to find Brother Orange.
who came up with Brother Orange.
I believe a Chinese citizen.
One of them.
Somebody. I don't
I gotta
know.
beat that guy.
I don't fucking
He's
know,
probably
Nick.
getting stiffed on the bill.
Anyway, and someone finds him, and he begins conversing with him over the internet, and they talk for a while, and it's funny and cute, and they both become internet celebrities. The way they interact is funny. But anyway, So finally, Brother Orange was like, hey, when are you coming to China? And he's like, oh, I'll book a plane ticket.
Oh, be right there.
And so he does. And like on the plane, like this fan wakes him up in the middle of his flight, like shakes him awake just to give him fan mail. What does it say?
That's so insane.
Hi, Matt. How about your dinner? My name is Jinxie.
Jinxie cat.
You're upsetting Jinxie Cat. Ooh, ah!
It is a surprise to meet you here. I almost watch your Weibo every day and something the day with you. I love your video. It's so funny. I really like you and I would like to make friend with you. Do you? If you want to, please
make friend
come
with you
to the
too.
end of the plane. There are a lot of something seats. There are a lot of seats. We can talk there. Any question about China you want to know, I will tell you. I am waiting you, Matt. And then she signed it, your Chinese fan. Which is cute.
I should start leaving letters for people like that.
Like
Planes.
in like really broken English. Yeah, you should. That would be funny. Anyway, so he gets to the airport and Brother Orange has like a giant, really giant bouquet of flowers. Like
Yeah, it's really big,
impressively
especially
large.
What do you say? Okay.
Yeah, it's a good bouquet. But anyway, this like mob is out there, the news crew, they're taking pictures, and he's just like, this dude is like, what the fuck?
He's an actual celebrity.
I'm a celebrity. But anyway, they hang out and it's cute. They gave Brother Orange,
You're like, don't worry about it. I'm big in Japan.
yeah.
I am physically larger in Japan.
Brother Orange like owns a restaurant.
Yes.
He has like a big neon sign.
What kind of food do they make?
I don't know. They use a lot of
Probably
oranges.
authentic Cantonese cuisine.
Okay.
But
What if
everywhere
it was
he
like an
goes,
American food place?
it's not.
Jack's American Burgers.
Yeah. Like Jack's American Texas Roadhouse.
But anyway, this dude's like a celebrity in China, and they go around and they have fun, and like the news crew follows them everywhere they go, and then
Lots
he
of steak.
leaves, and now they're best friends. Look, here's him with a selfie stick. We just got a selfie stick for free.
Whoa. Big difference there. It was not free.
It was free because I didn't pay for the selfie stick.
After a purchase.
Yeah, but Steven, here's the thing. All of my clothing was buy one, get one 50% off.
All right, I have a really serious question I haven't asked you yet
What?
because I'm afraid of what the answer might be.
What?
Was the amount of money you spent intentional in order to obtain the selfie
I literally
stick?
had no idea that a selfie stick was being given to me. She said, end quote, and today you get a free selfie stick with your purchase. And I said, what? And my friend at the next register, who did not make a purchase large enough to obtain a free selfie stick, looks at me and goes, "Aw, did you just get a free selfie stick?"
It wasn't free.
It was free. I only spent $130. It's really not a lot.
No, it's not.
You
at
spent
all.
$130 on a selfie stick?
Oh my god, fuck you. I got 2 pairs of shorts, 2 t-shirts, 1 tank top, these pants that make my butt look ghetto. Right?
Make her booty look fat.
See?
Yo.
All right. And got a fucking selfie stick.
$130 selfie stick.
I mean, might be worth it.
It works pretty well. I stuck it out the window while I was driving.
I think that's what you did. Did you really? That's
Yeah.
dangerous. What? You have insurance on your phone?
No, but I got this otter box.
That's not going to protect you when you're driving.
It holds on pretty tight.
Me driving something.
I had to fuck around with it.
y'all!
I can't believe people use those things seriously because I just keep taking videos of me spinning around in circles and think it's so fucking funny. It
I
is
just like
funny.
take pictures of me peeing.
Oh, Steve, you should. We should leave it in the bathroom.
Just taking a whiz.
Dude,
Do
you
my
will pee
business.
all over our toilet.
Probably.
Oh my
What
god.
comes out this week, Shauna?
Okay, this terrifying sci-fi movie called Ex Machina.
Heard about that.
It looks so scary. It's about like AIs going bonkers.
That's really weird.
Yeah. The Dark Souls 2 on current gen.
Right, the not remastered because it like
But, like,
just came
sort
out.
of.
Yeah. It's like comes with all the DLC and
Yep.
like super
It's like a
edition.
special edition. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. And then, most importantly, Daredevil,
Oh, the show's finally coming out?
April 10th.
Oh, sick.
So is that Saturday?
believe so.
At the first piece of this new Marvel.
Binge
No, that's
watch.
Friday.
Is it Friday?
Yeah.
We're gonna binge watch Friday night.
Yeah, sounds
No,
good. I'm
not
down.
Friday. As of right now, we still have plans.
Okay, Saturday.
Okay, all right. Just throw me the wayside. It's fine.
No, you are part of those plans.
Oh, sick. All right then.
It's the show in Cambridge.
That's not coming on anymore. You guys see the whole thing?
I saw that,
It
but it
could
still
potentially
might-
still go on.
If it doesn't go on, then
But it's not there anymore.
I
Right.
know, but it might be somewhere else.
Okay. Basement.
The
Maybe.
band?
No, that'd be sick. I saw them over the summer, but no. This is gonna be in a basement.
Maybe.
Whose?
I'm drinking beers.
No matter where we are.
Or we could go out and get sauced. Up top.
Payday. Hell yeah.
It is not payday for me, but that's okay. Got
Payday
my
the candy bar for me.
taxes. Ew.
That noise is awful.
Saturday we will watch Daredevil start to finish.
Cool.
That isn't it 13 episodes?
Start to finish. 13 hours is not that
Yeah, I
bad.
have the next day off, so.
Yeah, me
Did
too.
you just tell me 13 hours was not that bad?
It's not that bad. You break it up. Steven's got to get over here kind of early. I'll make breakfast.
If you're making Belgians,
Are you making some Belgians?
I have a waffle. We have a waffle maker. I just got to dig it out.
find it.
Did you hear? Okay, so everybody, we went to a video shoot on Friday for a music vid. I was at Vid Honey, and Nick ate 5 Belgian waffles.
Yeah, dude, I heard about that. That's unreal. You ate 5?
5.
Yeah, because when I look at myself in the mirror,
5 Belgian waffles.
I don't see anything I like.
Stop.
So I just fucking cram waffles in there.
Dude, stop. There's people who really have problems with that. All right, there's people who actually have body dysmorphia issues, and you're making light of it, and I don't think they appreciate that. We get serious right now.
I think it just got serious.
What happened last night that I spit water all over the floor?
Shauna did a giant spit take. Like, but it wasn't like. It was just like. like
You'd even like, whoa.
I was trying to take Excedrin. What
She was like,
happened?
"Blah."
I was mildly drunk. I had a sakatini. So it was sake and vodka.
We got sushi.
Okay, that sounds awful.
No, it was so
Sakatini?
delicious.
She was into it.
Oh, it was so
Yeah, I
good.
forgot you have like one beer, and you're like,
And one martini, totally sauce.
But I was all like, sushi.
I ate so much food.
where'd you guys get sushi from? Stop Shop?
In
Yeah.
a hub.
Oh, you didn't go to
Yeah,
Stop
I just
Shop?
made myself a sakatini. I came home and I was like, sake!
Some of that gas station sushi.
Dude, fucking Carlos.
California rolled my
We should go see Carlos right now.
Carlos and Hibachi straight up just screaming sake.
Why is his name Carlos?
He likes it.
Why did he pick
He likes the
that?
name Los.
Why did he pick that?
My dude Los? Anyway, say goodbye, Shauna.
Bye, Shauna.